Alright, here I got a video of two females expressing their concerns as it pertains to the educational state of the children. I'm assuming they're speaking about black children, although they don't necessarily specify it, but I mean, considering that they're black, I'm hoping that that's what they're speaking on. And I'm gonna assume that that's the case. One is a teacher. The other is the creator of this video. The creator of the video is basically saying she agrees with the teacher. Both acknowledge that it's a system issue, but most of their critique of the situation, it has strong emphasis towards the children and the adults. And I believe that is where we as a people have continued to go wrong for quite some time now. Every time we bring up these issues that we have, it's always strong criticism towards the children and the parents, despite knowing that it's a community thing. It's a systematic issue. It's a community issue and it's a systematic issue. And we know, or we need to know, that the system is what the community puts together to organize and make things better. The issue within the black community is we're depending on white people to make that system for our children, knowing the only thing other races are concerned about as it pertains to our children is whether or not they can exploit them for wealth. And so when I hear videos like this, I don't feel like it is leading us in the direction we need to be moving in. As these two can come together and agree that these children have an educational issue, they can agree that it's more to their issue than them and their parents. They understand that it's a systematic issue. But when it comes to coming up for a real solution, they don't want to engage in that because that requires work on their end. It requires an effort for them to come together, two of them, that teacher and that creator, come together and say, hey, let's start us a little class for our community, our neighborhood, if they're still in the black community. I mean, if they're in the white community, then that's a problem within their self. I mean, how you gonna help the children of your community when you don't even live in the community? I mean, what's the point of complaining if you're not in a position to help them? If you're not willing to do anything to help them? right? The teacher went to school, spent quite a bit of time learning how to educate children. Now, I have questions on the quality of that education because that education came from a white system, and that system is known to tell a lot of lies and mislead. It's not really, their focus is not really to educate. It's more focused on control. And so they just tell you what they want you to know so that you can do what they want you to do. But we need to see more of ladies like this coming together and being willing to start classes for the children within their community, so that these children don't have to be a part of this toxic system, because this is a systematic issue. You can't fix systematic issues with by pointing the finger at individuals. Their parents can't help them because their parents didn't have the help, or with the community. Their parents can't help them because the community did a poor job at grooming them and building them into a position where they are useful to the community. The community is supposed to develop a system to help the community. It all boils down to that system. And we have been utilizing the system of another race that have made it clear they don't care about our community. They don't really consider us a part of it. They just take the opportunity to gain intel and exploit our weaknesses with their system. That's all they do. They're not out to help these kids do nothing. So we need more of those people that are able to educate these children to stand up, join together, and educate these children. They need to, teachers have the most powerful political voice in this country if they come together. Because they are the ones that are raising the doctors, the lawyers, the police, the military. They're raising everybody. So if they unify, there's nothing they can't get done. But that's not happening because they all are not on the same page. They're not all on the same page because they have conflicted interests. They have conflicted interests because while one race thinks that everybody is equal, the other race does not. And that race that does not is the one that runs that system. So the only solution to the issues these kids and these parents are having is to create a better system for these children. So when we see these videos and all they doing is pointing the fingers at these children, strong emphasis on what these children need to do and what these parents need to do, that is a waste of our breath. It was a waste of our time. It hasn't done anything for us in the past, and damn sure ain't gonna do nothing now. The only thing we could do is create a system. So just how we get on this social media and start talking about the issue, we need to get on this social media and try to come together to solve the issue. A lot of people don't want to invest their time and money and energy into that, but they want to get on and talk about it. What's the point in that if you don't care enough to go beyond that? I mean, these a lot of the times are the people that are so-called successful within this system. Nobody's in a better position to do something about the broken system than they are. They take pride in how successful they are raising their children, how well they're doing with their children. The teachers are, it don't get more qualified than that to teach these children properly and come up with a system. Why are they not coming together? Why are all the black teachers not saying, hey, just like this content creator, like she said that she was going to be in that, but she didn't want to be a part of that after seeing that system really didn't care about the kids. So I respect that mindset, right? A lot of other black teachers should be having that mindset as well, and they should be coming together. I remember I proposed an idea to a daycare. There was a daycare owned by a black woman, and I proposed the idea that would it be possible for them to convert that daycare into an educational system? Because they own that daycare and they already have the children coming in. They're already in a position to give these children some education and structure. Some of these kids in some states, or if not all states, the government will pay for these kids to attend daycare. So for the parents who are struggling, which are the main ones who need help with the children, they can get the assistance from the government to send these children to daycare. And if these daycares are offering more of a school setting, not only will the government be paying them for the children that they're taking in and teaching, but those kids will be getting a proper education from some people that actually care about them. They'd be able to create a much healthier environment, a much more disciplined environment, much more structured environment. Provide them with actual food that's nurturing to their bodies and minds and spirit. I mean, if we insist on operating within this matrix, that's one way. That's one way we can organize and shift in a more positive direction for these children, educational wise, right? Because a lot of these daycare, a lot of these a lot of these daycares in my neighborhood are black owned by women. And business-minded women like that tend to be connected with other business women, or are able to connect with other business-minded women like teachers. A lot of them be hiring teachers or retired teachers to work at the daycare. So I know they can reach out and hire more teachers. Expand as they grow, expand the size of the building, possibly create some kind of union between all daycares in the system. That's what I propose to it too. They can create some type of union between all the daycares within the neighborhood, so that they're all on the same page with the same system. There are things that we could do. Apparently, nobody's really coming together to really put the thought into doing it. If there's a will, there's a way. And just simply getting on here pointing fingers at the individuals and saying how they need to do better clearly is not the solution to a systematic issue. I mean, those that know better will do better. That comes natural. Nobody is born in this world not wanting to be successful. So to sit up there and start shaming somebody for their circumstances is completely it's not a positive way to go about things. I can't think of the words I want to use, but that's not the way to do it. We got to be more understanding of others' circumstances. Because as I said, nobody in this world is born not wanting to be successful. If they gotten to a point where they have given up, shaming them is not the best way to help them. Giving them an opportunity to help themselves is. Creating a system is what gives people the opportunity to help themselves. So yeah, definitely that is an idea I think a lot of daycare owners should be considering if they really care. A lot of teachers should be considering going to those daycares and saying, hey, they're in support of that idea. A lot of mothers who want to be a part of that. Women in general, like the creator of this video said, women are the first teachers. They're the natural teachers of children because they're more suited for the job. They have that internal nurturing, loving, caring, when they're healthy themselves, when they're mentally, physically, spiritually healthy, it comes natural for them to teach children. Nothing makes them more happier than to spread love to children. Usually when a woman is happy, it's because she raised a healthy, happy family, successful family. That's the natural most healthy minded, healthy females naturally want to have children, raise those children, nurture those children. That's what naturally makes them happy. And so when you create that system where you're able to do that, you're doing something you love, you're doing something that's rewarding, and because you'll be happy, you're able to spread that happiness to the children versus working in this system that you know is toxic, that you know ain't no good, makes you miserable. I'm gonna play a little bit of this. Y'all see the title, type that in YouTube to find it.
Now that I am no longer a teacher, thank God, I can finally say the things that have been on my mind all school year. Okay? As somebody that taught high school and basically educating our new young adults, we should all be scared. Every last one of us should be scared. These kids cannot read. They cannot write. There is no type of comprehension skills, no type of critical thinking. They cannot do anything on their own. They expect everything to be taught to them. Well, I won't even say taught. They expect everything to be given to them. So in my class, we did this thing where I made them write once a week. So they would have some type of assignment where they would have to write at least a paragraph, meaning 5 sentences. 5 sentences. The amount of assignments that I got in with 1 sentence, 2 sentences, the amount of complaints I got with the whole 5 sentences, that's too much. Can we do 3? Isn't 3 considered a paragraph?
Can you tell which app is a trap? Google Play can. Download apps, not traps.
My eviction was caught on camera. Hi.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Oscar with your leasing office. I was sent here to...
Do 3? Isn't 3 considered a paragraph? Oh, baby. We are in for a wild ride, y'all. Every assignment that I gave them, I kid y'all not, every assignment that I gave them, there was a student that several students that came to my desk and asked me to walk them through the entire assignment, the whole thing. But genuinely, the truth of the matter is everybody is failing these kids. Everybody. The school board with all these different rules, they're failing these kids. The principals or admin altogether, they're failing these kids, and they're failing the teachers because they're basically telling us that we had to just pass a child along just to keep these graduation numbers up. So everybody. Oh, and don't get me started on the parents. Like, I would call and say, hey, your child is failing. And the first thing is, well, why didn't I know about this? Probably because you didn't answer the phone. Probably because you didn't respond to my emails. On top of that, you have 24-hour access to PowerSchool. When I tell y'all it is horrible, like, the parents that are here now are not the parents that we had growing up. My parents checked my PowerSchool weekly. weekly. And still to this day, my brother just graduated high school a few weeks ago, and still to this day, his grades were checked. Everybody's grades were checked. So, unfortunately, it's not these kids' faults. I mean, yeah, they're lazy, but like, what are you supposed to do when all you got to do is tell your mama, well, she failing me, and the school board is going to accommodate that parent? Like, it's crazy, y'all. We should be very scared for our new nurses, our new doctors, our new everybody. These colleges are going to have to start lowering their requirements. They're going to have to start lowering the fact, or just lowering everything, because the way that stuff is going now, the amount of kids that are going to come into these schools and they cannot read, they cannot write, they cannot do anything without AI.
Codependency.